Good afternoon. This is Dr. Shana Clark. This is the first teaching episode of Ask Dr. Shana. I've decided to start with calming oneself down because that's something everybody needs to know how to do and do well, whether they have a mental illness or not. We all have times when maybe we're having a conversation with a government official and they are being very annoying, and we have to be able to continue with the conversation without getting angry, because when you get angry with somebody, the other person usually wins. In the sense that they don't want to talk to you anymore, and you have to live down the foolish things you said about them because you were upset with them. Now, the first thing you need to teach yourself to do is to be aware when you just start to get annoyed or angered. For beginners in this, I would suggest you ask yourself how you're doing in terms of internal temperature every few seconds. Then, as you become more aware of this, you will learn to notice that you're getting slightly annoyed. And if you really think you don't have good control and you're having an aggravating day, it can even be advisable to say, "Oh my goodness, there's somebody at the door. Excuse me, sir, I'll have to call you back." Because you really don't want to lose your cool, which will mean the other person loses respect for you and also doesn't want to talk to you on the same subject again. The next thing to do is to have your methods of calming down available to you. One of them is, are you going to remember this in a year or two? And I don't mean just remember I had a slightly uncomfortable conversation with a government official. What I mean is, are you going to remember he said this and I said that and the whole conversation? And if not, why are you getting upset about it right now? Does it really matter all that much? And you can also try saying, "I'm sorry, I've had a very aggravating morning and I'm a little bit titchy, and I don't mean anything personal against you," to the other party. But you need to be able to calm down and to keep yourself cool, whether the person you're talking to says what you're hoping they'll say, or says, "No, you're not eligible," or "No, I can't help you," or something negative like that. We all have these moments, and we all have to deal with them. Next time, I'm going to try and tackle something which will probably be 2 sessions about how to avoid getting very depressed. Again, if you notice that you're getting down early on, it's much easier to help yourself than if you go to the point where you don't want to get out of bed. And anybody who has a question for me, I will try to answer it the following week. Please put a comment on my website, which is Dr. D-O-C-T-O-R, Shana, SHANA.net, and sign it with your first name and the first initial of your last name in case there are two people of the same first name who pose a question the same week. I would love to hear from my listeners. The whole effort of this enterprise is to convey some useful information that even providers will not tell you straight out. So it can become a rather confusing effort to figure out what they're on about. Okay, that's it. Have a good week, and don't forget to put in a question to DOCTOR Shana, SHANA.net. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.